What's next? Are you working on a new project?
So I do have another book that I am working on right now. What's up, y'all? I'm Kara Whitfield. Welcome to Kara Speaks, where faith, healing, and real conversations meet. I am a speaker as well as author of the book, Healing Cost Me Everything. That's available right now on Amazon.com. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and let's build a community. It's a new year, it's 2026, and I'm sure many of you have goals that you want to accomplish and achieve this year. I've learned so much about myself, and I've learned so much about myself, especially as we were transitioning from 2025 to 2026. Healing has shifted me in a way that helps me understand my discomfort more. I used to shy away from feeling discomfort. I used to dismiss it as if it wasn't important, but now I pay attention to it. I listen to it. So now I'm in a season where I am trying to control how I externalize that. And instead of trying to control people and environments, I am controlling myself and controlling my emotions. I never got like wild or crazy or explosive, but I would show up in unhealthy ways like shutting down, being dismissive, passive aggressive, and my tone would be kind of rude sometimes because I was overwhelmed or dysregulated inside. So now, instead of trying to get people to conform to what I was feeling on the inside, I am not conforming, but managing myself around people who may just have a different nervous system than I do. So I'm just staying present and responding with care. Some of the core truths that I have accepted over these last few months in healing is that the world will not recalibrate to accommodate my nervous system. And it doesn't mean that anything is wrong with us, right? Because the world is not going to change for you. It just means that you need to be aware of who you are and what you need. We have a responsibility to manage and check in and regulate ourselves, especially in environments that don't support our nervous system. Like me, I need steadiness. I need calmness. But every environment, all people are not going to be the same way. So it is not their responsibility to walk on eggshells around. It's not anybody's responsibility to walk on eggshells around anybody. You are in control of you. Before, discomfort used to make me very uncomfortable. Like I said, I used to suppress it. And even though I used to suppress it, I also used to externalize it, right? I used to assign blame and judge people's morality when they didn't operate with the same nervous system that I did, right? If they operated or went through life differently than I did, I'll say, you know what, there's something wrong with them. That's not how you're supposed to do it. That's right, been very judgmental. If they didn't conform in ways that made me feel safe, I would label them as being wrong for me. And I would think that this person is not safe to be in my life. And I would just remove them. I would get rid of them. Some people needed to be removed. Let's be clear, okay? Some people were not safe for me, but there are some people who not necessarily were not safe. It's just that we were different. Or I would do the opposite. I would abandon myself to conform to what they needed. I was so focused on trying to understand people and meet them where they were that sometimes I would just put my needs to the side, put my need to have a regulated nervous system and just be what they wanted me to be. Now I just pay attention. If my nervous system feels calm, that's information. If I feel discomfort, that's information. I use that for myself. I think about, okay, what do I need in this moment? It's not a verdict. I don't try to pathologize people or myself to explain how I feel. I just allow people to be who they are. I place them where they need to be in my life or outside of my life. I'm not in the business of discarding people anymore because I'm uncomfortable. And I definitely don't conform just because I want to maintain peace or because I don't want to lose them. I align myself with people, places, and things now. So, like I said, I use this information. Discomfort is data. So when my body feels intense, it's telling me something. That's what I think about now. It's so funny when you start to heal that things become slower in your mind. When your nervous system is regulated, things become very slow. Today I was in the store and it was just so many people in there, and then people was walking past me, and I was just like on high alert, like, why are they so close to me? And I internalized and I said, Kara, slow down, breathe. I said, I literally did that in the store. I literally breathed in the store and said, calm down. These people in the store just like you. You're annoying. And also I had coffee, so I was very anxious and I had high anxiety from the damn coffee. And so I had to breathe and I had to slow down, and I said, go inside yourself, because that's where I find my peace is. That's where the Heavenly Father is. Go inside my secret closet, go inside myself. This is not a failure on your part. You are just overwhelmed. It is okay. It is my cue to pause, recalibrate, and check in with myself. And I was okay. I paid for my things and I got out and I was okay. So it's just about staying present, not lashing out, not, just being okay with myself and what I feel. It feels good to be able to stay calm and steady in environments that sometimes don't support what I need in that moment, but I know where to go. I know where my help comes from. I also learned a lot about what I needed with this break in between, with the holidays. I learned that I thrive in calm, steady, peaceful environments. I do my best to have quiet mornings. I don't like to be hurried. I don't like talking in the morning. In the morning, I really don't have thoughts. If I have thoughts, they're very slow and they're very intentional. But when I wake up in the morning, I don't really think about anything. I don't like to be, if I wake up in the morning and I'm feeling rushed, my whole day is off. I'm not looking for people to meet my needs anymore. I'm meeting my own needs. And by doing that is setting boundaries, giving myself what I need in that moment. So I can be okay, so I can be mentally well. And I do that now without guilt or shame. I don't feel bad for giving myself what I need anymore, especially as a former people pleaser who was always looking to make sure I'm giving people what they need. Now I'm thinking about what I need. I'm thinking about what brings me peace. My needs are not less important just because they are quieter and they are steadier. They are just as important. I put me first now, with consideration and empathy for others still, but I matter too. And so those things, they are important to me. I spent so many years trying to show up for people, learning their patterns, their needs and their triggers. And now I'm just using my life now at almost 40 to understand what I need. Thinking about what supports my mental health. Think about what helps my nervous system feel safe. What allows me to show up as grounded and reflective and not reactive. Because that is something that I have done before. And I notice when I am being reactive, because I feel the tension in my body. Again, I am more in tune with how my body feels. Before I intellectualized it, before I knew why I did things. And I always thought I had the thoughts, but I wasn't in tune with my body. Now I'm in tune with my body. I know when I'm being reactive because I'm overwhelmed. My nervous system is heightened. So now I am finding ways and showing up in ways where I am grounded and I am anchored in spirit, in truth, in who I am, so I can be reflective and I can respond in ways that is healthy. I don't always get it right, but again, I am making sure that I am placing myself in environments where I can nurture that and practice that till it becomes second nature. For me, that's the luxury of life. That's what I'm looking forward to. Luxury for me, I do like nice things. Don't get me wrong. I like nice things. But for me, luxury now is time. It is peace. It is space. It is being able to step away and recalibrate myself. It is honoring myself. And in honoring and stewarding the gifts that Yahweh gave me, it is honoring Him and how I move through the world. This season, 2026, is not about becoming somebody new. It's about staying with who Kara is. It's about anchoring myself in who I am today. So let me know what your goals are for 2026, if you care to share, and what things did you learn about yourself transitioning from 2025 to 2026. I would love to hear your story. That's all I got for y'all. Make sure that you stay faithful, healed, and free. I'll see y'all next time.